Hey, welcome back to another Drop Lab tutorial. Today we're going to be teaching you how to transition between genres by jumping in BPM. We're going to start with a tech house song and then go into techno, and we're going to build on that to make it more and more smooth. Let's get straight into Drop Lab. Awesome, now we're in Drop Lab. Let's look down. We have our first tech house track. Awesome, so this is the track we want to transition out of. Now we want to find our next track, which is more of that techno vibe. So now we have our second song, so we can layer that in front of the drop of our first track here. Now we want to figure out how long we want to transition out of. I think that 16 bars is usually a good amount. 16 bars is the length of this master bar over here. So we're going to drag that to where the drop is over here and cut out that first 8 bars that we don't need anymore. Then what we can do, let's drag that straight over to the drop. Awesome, so now we've got the drop layered where we want to start our transition, which is perfect. Now what we need is our transition bar. We pull this back over from the drop, and now we can see we have our transition loading. Without anything, this is just going to stay at 126 BPM, which is what we use this little marker for, but we want to speed that up to 140, which is our techno range. To speed the song up throughout the transition, we're going to use these BPM markers. So the first one is going to be at the drop of our transition. We want that to be at 126 BPM, which is the tech house song. Then over here we have our second marker, which we can bring over. And what we want to do is add this up to 140, which is, as I was saying, in our techno range. Now, what's super important is this setting over here called a ramp. If you don't have this on, it's going to do the whole transition in 126, and then when it finishes, it's going to go straight to 140. It's a very blatant jump, which is not what we want. Whereas when we use the ramp, it means it's going to slowly speed up, just like you're using your DJ decks. So let's see what this sounds like. Already sounds good, and now we've used a BPM jump to switch our genres. But how can we make this sound a little bit cleaner? I reckon a good idea is doing a bass swap, which we've showed you before. If it's your first time doing a bass swap with Drop Lab, the easy way we can do this is coming down to where it says X fade, click on this, and then click bass swap. Now what it's going to do is we can see the blue, which is the volume, you can see it here. It's going to raise up on this track, and then it's going to come over here and then lower on this track. But what's even better, if we go to the red dot over here, it's the low end. If I go to the red dot here too, we can see that the bass is going to start on this song, and then it's going to cut out halfway through our transition and then come in nice and loud on our second song. So let's give that a listen now. Now, something I like to do to make it sound a little bit more clean as well is coming back to the volume over here. What we can see is on our incoming track, we have some vocal stabs here. So it's the We can see there's a little bit of volume still on this first track down here, which overlaps with this, which is, I reckon, where we want just to have those vocal stabs. So I'm going to put a marker here and just cut the music all the way when it gets to these vocal stabs. So now when that comes through, it's going to sound a lot nicer, just like this. Kind of makes the vocal stabs stand out a little bit more, and it sounds like we've completed the mix a little bit easier. Alright, I reckon we add a bit of a filter or a high pass filter. What that's going to do is make the song sound thinner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute our incoming track just so we can hear our original, which sounds like this. What a high pass filter is going to do is make the song sound thinner. So I'm going to come over here, go to color. Now this line in the middle kind of acts like our filter knob on our DJ deck. So straight up in the middle is just going to be our normal track. Any more we go to one side, it's either going to make it a low pass filter and kind of filter the track away, a sweeping sound, or the other side is going to make it a high pass filter, which is what we're wanting. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to raise this up to give you a demonstration live, and you can hear what it sounds like. We can see it gets thinner. So what we're going to do, so we're going to go back to our bass swap was, and halfway through is where we're going to start applying our filter. So right here in the middle, perfect. We're going to raise this one up, let's say to about 70%. So it's going to start to filter more and more and more towards the end of the transition, kind of like this. Just like that. So now when we add our other song back in, so unmute using this button here, we can now hear our new transition. So now we've added a bass swap, we've cut the music where the vocal stabs start, and we've also added a filter, which are 3 really good techniques to transition genres. I hope this has helped you transition between genres, and yes, you can do that not just with tech house or techno. It could be techno to hard techno, it could be Afro house to regular house, it could be anything. So give this a go, let us know in the comments how you went, and if you have any other tutorial ideas, let us know below. Thank you.